Hey everyone, and welcome to the Art of Online Marketing live show. Today I'm going to be talking about the myth that you need a huge social media following to have any impact with social media and live video. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Denise Allison. I'm the owner of Strategro, and I help businesses and professionals grow with social media and live video. So, social media, in all honesty, can be really stressful. It's so easy for us to compare ourselves to other people, to say, oh, they have more followers than me, they have more likes than me, what are they doing that I'm not doing, what do they have that I don't have, and to really measure our worth by the number of followers that we have. And it's such an easy trap to get into. I've definitely fallen into that trap before. So today I would like to address that and the fact that when it comes to social media, it's not about having a huge following. You can still attract a loyal following without having millions or thousands even of followers. So it's about having a small, loyal group of fans. So before we get started, let me know who you are and let me know where you're watching from. I'd love to know a little bit more about the followers that tune in every single week. And if you want to learn more about live video, I'll be having a live online training next week on March 28th called Get More Leads with Live Video, even if you don't have a huge following. And in that, I'm going to share a little bit with you about why live video is so powerful, the 5 roadblocks that could hold you back from having an effective live video presence, and how you can make it work for you. So if you're watching this on Facebook, comment with the word live in the comments here. Comment the word live and I'll hook you up to sign up for that. And if you're watching elsewhere, there will be a link here or there or somewhere that you can sign up on. Okay, so today's subject, oops, I have some hair in my mouth and it wasn't very delicious. Okay, today's subject is live video can work for you even if you don't have a huge following. So we're kind of sensing a theme here, aren't we? So here's the deal. Way too many people are caught up in the number of likes and followers that they have on social media. And like I said just a second ago, I've definitely fallen into that black hole before and wondering how to get more followers, and it's really, really easy to fall into that hole, but that's really not what it's all about. So I'm not going to say that followers and likes don't matter at all, because they do to a certain point. So you do need an audience on social media for your social media activities to have any type of impact. If you're talking to no one, or you have 3 Facebook likes, or you're only talking to your mom, well, it's not really worth it, right? So nobody's listening if you don't have anyone following you at all. So you do need people who have raised their hand and said, I want to hear what you have to say. I want to learn more about what you're offering. I want to learn more about you, and I want to follow along on that journey. So you do need some people there watching for your efforts to pay off. But really that point is different for all of us, and I don't really want to put out a number because it's just going to be a random number that has no meaning. I know personally for me, I could feel a shift around 500 likes. So when I reach 500 likes, I could feel that the majority of my Facebook likes, it was no longer my friends and my family and my mom. It was small businesses, business owners, professionals, influencers, and people who were potential customers and wanted to hear what I had to say. And there were people that are in my target audience and that I could help out, and I had something to share with them. So I felt that shift around then, but that number is going to be different for everybody. So you don't need to measure yourself by that, but I just want to share because everyone is always looking for a tangible number. So I figured I'd share mine with you. So your likes do show the number of people who are interested in what you have to offer. So you do need a certain mass of that. And I mean, that does have value. So it's important for that. And the second reason why your likes and followers are important is unfortunately, social proof. And I say unfortunately because generally we don't want to care too much about what other people think. That's really one of the things that can hold you back as an entrepreneur and as a person in general. So we don't want to put too much emphasis on what other people are thinking. But in this case, social proof is important. So what happens is when someone that is an acquaintance or you don't really know lands on your Facebook page because they've gotten your link, you said, hey, come like my page, or this is what I offer. You've invited them to check it out, and they see that you have like 12 likes. They are really hesitant to like your page because they don't want to be the first ones. They don't want to like something that doesn't have a little bit of proof. So really in this case, the more followers you have, the easier it is to get more followers. So strangers are more willing to click like if they've seen that other people have clicked like. It's kind of like this group think mindset kind of thing. So unfortunately, that is the case. And no one really wants to be the first to follow. So if your page is new or you've kind of neglected it, it happens. If that's the case, then I suggest you do this. And that is to invite all of your Facebook friends to like your page, because generally they're your friends and your family and they want to support you anyway. So invite them over, get that number up a little bit so that when acquaintances and strangers and people that you don't necessarily know well fall on your page, you do have some social proof and you have some numbers to back that up so that they're not number 3 or something liking your page. So that will make your life a whole lot easier, even if those people even if your Facebook friends aren't necessarily in your target market or your ideal customer. It does help bump that up a little bit. And then you do have that social proof. And then at one point or another, the critical mass is going to shift from friends and family to potential customers. So moving on. So beyond that, how much do your Facebook likes and your Instagram and Twitter followers, how much do they matter? And the answer to that, I don't know if this will be very satisfying, but the answer to that is not so much. So what matters more is how engaged, interested, and loyal your fans and your followers are. So if you have 500 likes and everyone is commenting on your post, sharing your post, liking your post, and generally engaging with your post, and those people are in your target market and they're potential customers, you're a whole heck of a lot better off than if you have 5,000 likes and nobody's liking, nobody's commenting, no one's sharing, and the people who are liking you generally aren't in your target market. So having a smaller group of loyal fans is a lot more powerful than having a huge group of, just people. Like it's just a number in that case. So more importantly, on that point is your conversion rate. So the conversion rate is it's the number of people who actually buy from you. So they give you money and you give them a product or a service in return. So your business, your goal is to make money. We don't need to dance around that. And making money is kind of your scorecard in all of this. So if you're making money, you are, like in most cases, if you're making money, you are doing something right. It means people want what you have to offer. People aren't willing to part with their money for no reason, right? So the conversion rate is important as well. And you can have a successful business where you have lots of great customers with a smaller number of loyal followers. You don't necessarily need a huge following. And the same thing for live video. So I don't have a ton of likes on my page. I have about 16 or 1700 likes at the moment. And I mean, that's a nice amount for my business. Of course, we always want more, but it's enough for me that I know that the majority of those people are in my target market. It's not just my family or my friends who have liked my page to be nice. It's people who have found me in some kind of way and they want to hear what I have to say. They want to tune into my live videos and they want to get advice from me and they trust what I have to say to them. So they're following me for a reason, not just to be nice. So I mean, 16 to 1700, that's not a huge amount. There are celebrities and social media people and public figures out there who have hundreds of thousands and even millions of followers. So relative to that, it's not a ton, but it has sustained my business. So last year, I remember it so clearly. Last year, I reached 500 likes on my page, and I was pretty excited because for me that was a milestone, and that's when I saw that tipping point of having more potential customers on my page than friends and family. And I do remember that that was on International Women's Day, so it was kind of a big deal for me. And so here we are about a year later, a little over a year, but we're still in the same month. So let's say a year. So I've attracted a ton of customers on social media since a year ago when I had 500 likes. And honestly, it has been my best year ever with only 500 likes. So in case you forgot, around then was the time that I started to do consistent live video. So two things happened when I started doing live video weekly. Number one is I created much better relationships with the people who were already following me. So there's something about being live. You can see me, you can hear my tone, you can see my mannerisms, and you get a much better sense of who I am and what my personality is. It's a lot more authentic to show up on live video than it is to do a pre-recorded video or blog or what have you, where you can edit things out and you're not really showing up live and in person. So that's not really possible with other formats, and this is really the closest thing we have to face-to-face conversation without actually being in a face-to-face conversation, if you catch my drift. And the second thing that happened here was my social media presence and visibility naturally grew from doing consistent live videos. So since then, I grew my likes by over 1,000 likes since then. So going live is algorithm friendly. And I don't know if I just invented that term or if I saw it somewhere, but if you recall, going live helps you reach more people. And that's because Facebook wants you to go live because Facebook users like watching live video. So they want to give you what you want, so you hang around and they can say we have 2 billion users, so they want to do what you want to see. So going live is algorithm friendly. You get pushed out into the news feed more so than any other type of content, and that means more of your existing followers and likers, more of those people are going to see your post, and you're also reaching more people, which you are showing up for and then building relationships with them as well. So growing your page organically with live video becomes super simple and easy as long as you're consistent and you keep showing up for your audience. So I mean, the point here is the numbers themselves don't matter so much. It's more of the people behind them and the intent of the people who have clicked like. So it's a lot more important for you to show up and serve the audience that you already have and create meaningful conversations and relationships with them and not just focus on the numbers. So if you're only focusing on the numbers, you're going to run into a lot of trouble. And that's going to happen in 2 ways. Jeez, this hair keeps getting in my mouth. So you'll run into trouble, and that will happen in two ways. So the first way that you're going to run into trouble is it's kind of rude. So you already have a group of people who have said they want to hear what you have to say, they're really interested in your content, they want to pay attention, and they want to follow along for the journey. And you're saying, you're not good enough, I need more. So it's a little bit rude there. So you want to make your existing followers feel important, and you want to value that budding relationship. So I want you to imagine this scenario. You're at some type of networking event and you're chatting with someone, and the whole time they're going like this. And you just know that they are looking for someone more important to talk to go network with. And it makes you feel like crap. And you're like, why can't you value the relationship we're having right now? So when you are constantly looking to grow your numbers and not valuing the people that you already have liking and following you, it's kind of that same scenario. So you want to make sure that you are valuing the conversations and the relationships that you already have. Number 2 is this new Facebook algorithm, the new changes that have come out with Facebook. They're kind of a big deal. It's been at the top of everyone's brain since January, since those changes were released. So this change, which is being rolled out right now, I can definitely see the impact. You probably can too. But this change, which was announced in January, basically said that all pages are going to get less reach. Like, it legitimately said that right in it. And Facebook wants to put more focus on friends and family and meaningful relationships and all those kinds of changes. That means that pages are naturally going to get a little bit less reach. So growing your page is going to become even more challenging than it has been for the last few years. Woohoo, right? So that means that now, more than ever, it's going to be super important to have an engaged group of people who are following along, and that you have meaningful relationships, meaningful engagement, and having a relationship with that group. So you will just need to be satisfied with having a meaningful relationship with a small group of people instead of aiming for thousands upon thousands of likes. So this brings me back in a loop to live video. So live video is a great solution for all of these things. So live video really, absolutely helps you connect with your audience and create better relationships than you can do otherwise. So the only thing that's better is meeting them in person, which you can't really do on a regular basis the way that you can with live video. So live video helps you connect with your audience. It helps them connect with you. It makes them feel like you're in the same room as them. So it makes you feel like you're in my house. My dog's down here. Come along and pet him if you want. And it's an amazing way to connect with people. But it's really important to show your personality and stop hiding behind your brand. People don't want to connect with businesses. They don't want to connect with brands. They want to connect with the people behind the business. So you need to show up as you. So no matter what type of industry you're in, you're in the business of relationships. Relationships are important in every single type of business, and that's what every successful business is built on. So you can't build a relationship by not showing up as your true self. And live video is also going to help you reach more people. So even though Facebook is saying that your reach is going to be lower, if you're using live video, you're going to be able to get over that to a certain extent, which Facebook will allow. So it's going to help you reach and connect with more of your ideal customers. It's going to help them see who you really are. And the people who love that are going to click like and they're going to follow along. And then in turn, you'll be able to use live video to foster those relationships and grow those budding relationships and place some value on that in creating meaningful conversations with those new followers and likers. So there's someone out there who's just waiting for someone like you to show up and help them reach their goals. Okay, so to sum up, that was a bit rambly, sorry, but to sum up, there are some benefits to going live, and that's creating stronger relationships, number one, and the most important one, and then also reaching more people, which will in turn you can build stronger relationships with. So you don't need a huge following to get the benefits from live video. So creating stronger relationships with the people you already have following you is a definite plus, and it also helps you organically grow your reach and grow your audience. So let's not forget the basic rule of business is people do business with people they know, like, and trust. And live video absolutely helps you get to know, get to like, and get to trust the people that you are watching every single week on live video. And you can build a relationship with them as well. All right, so if you want to learn more about live video, and if you're watching this on Facebook, make sure you comment live in the comments below, and I'll hook you up with a free online training that's happening next week on March 28th. It's live. It's not pre-recorded. It's live, so you'll get all of this weird in the moment stuff that I am. And so I'm going to be talking to you on why live video is so powerful, the 5 roadblocks that could hold you back, and how you can use live video to grow your business. So comment live below if you're watching on Facebook, and I'll hook you up, and that's March 28th at noon. And if you're watching on another platform, there's going to be a link here or there, depending where you're watching. So I go live every single week at 10 a.m. Eastern. I won't be live next week because I'm doing a workshop that has me out of the office for all day. But after that, you can find me Tuesdays at 10 a.m. right here on Facebook Live. So have a great week, everyone.